What's going on? Another Survival Saturday, and your host, Ben Shooting, coming in next, Carbon Q with Poindexter. How y'all doing today? Okay, we're gonna have a special guest today. We're gonna surprise y'all with somebody. So if y'all come on in and let's get started. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. So while we waiting for the people, how many of y'all out there in the chat verse have your bug out bag, bug in bag, your everyday carry bag? If so, just let me know in the chat. It would be gratefully appreciated. Tactical Skillionaire, how's it going? What's new with you, bro? What's
What's
going on?
going on? What's going on?
Today is a knife day.
Yeah, it is, man. Can you hear me pretty good?
Oh yeah, hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So what knives do you have?
Oh man, I got a lot of knives, man. I got a lot of knives, man. I got the knives that I pretty much carry every day.
Mhm.
And then I got the knives that I usually clean my deer with. My skinning knives. I got a couple of those that I use all the time, man. I got probably about 6 knives that I clean. Do my prepping on my meat and stuff. I do use that. Um, like I said, I got my everyday carry knife, and I keep those from day to day basis. This every day I put my clothes on, I'm gonna put them in my pocket.
Okay,
So,
I got you. Yeah. I carry actually my everyday carry that I have in my bag is a cold steel.
mm-hmm.
And one also have so is I think it's Benchmade. That's another one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Uh, I want to say that most of the products that I have, like the line of knives I got is CRKT.
Hmm.
And I got a Ken Onion blade that I use.
Yeah.
It's a Ken Onion design blade, really, but it's CRKT too. I got a Schrader
Hmm.
and a Gerber knife.
Yeah.
Then, like I said, I got some Kershaw stuff too. I got some
Okay.
Kershaw stuff too.
I got you. Yeah. Black Poindexter, what's good?
Greetings.
What's going
How's it
on?
going, man? I'm sitting backstage. I didn't hit the inner studio button. I'm just sitting there wondering what's going on. Sorry. All right.
It's all good. It's all
How's it
good.
doing? Deermeat, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
That's all you, man. That's all you. Good to see you. You're talking
Good
one
to
of my
see you
favorite
too, man.
subjects. Talk about those knives. I love it. You already mentioned a couple that I have sitting in front of me. I only bought out 8, so I didn't grab too many today. So, but I heard you talking about skinning. So that's definitely something I want to get into, seeing as I've never been out there and doing it. So love to hear that information you're sharing with us. So that's always
Oh
good.
yeah.
I like to shout out to Cactus Billionaire.
Cactus,
First
you know what
Simple.
up? Delray Dan in the house.
Yeah.
Pet name
First
Slick Back.
Gauge.
Who else we got in
Delray
here?
Dan out there.
He's Eagle Gauge. Yep. Pet
Yeah.
name Slick Back. What's up?
Oh yeah.
So everyday carry, I heard you mentioning that. What do you have like a rotation? Do you just typically stick with one? How do you usually approach your EDC, dear mate?
Um, Man, I left one in the other room, but what I do is, I'm a mechanic for a living, so I ain't gonna it ain't one. I keep 4 knives with me pretty much more all the time. I always got 4 knives. If you see me, I got 4 knives on me. They're
Okay.
just especially growing up in the country, my granddad like, well, you ain't got your knife, you ain't got your clothes on. So
There
I
you go.
keep a knife with me.
There you go.
Um I do a lot of cutting at work, especially like zip ties, cutting insulation off wires and stuff. And I mostly try to make sure I got good blade for that. And that's why I, pick either Gerber, um, CRKT. That's probably one of my favorite brands to
Yeah,
carry.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
And and I keep um a knife sharpener on my key ring. I always keep that with me. This style right here, the little pinch knives
Yeah.
cleaner that run your knife through it. I keep this
Okay.
all the time.
That's good.
Like I said, to keep my knife sharp. I don't
I like
ain't
that.
no point
I
in
like that.
having it if it ain't sharp.
There you
True.
go.
Everybody, sorry I'm
Hey,
late.
Carbon.
How you
Hey, how
I
you
doing?
know.
doing?
Buddy,
What's up, Carbon? How you doing?
I'm good. Yourself? Hi,
I'm
everybody in
doing
the
good.
chat.
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I
So,
know for me, I didn't grow up in the country, but I grew up camping. So I was in the Boy Scouts and ROTC and that stuff. So it was like you said, you always had at least a couple knives on you,
Mm-hmm.
three or four, two or three, three or four. One is
Mm-hmm.
one, two is one and one is none. It's like kind of like the philosophy. So I've always liked knives, primarily for just the essentiality of having them in case something happens. So
Mhm.
and then
Right.
since when I got older, I got into the medical field, so I kind of like specialized as well for that. Anytime you get into an EMT type situation, you may have to cut somebody out of a vehicle, out of a seatbelt. You may have to cut clothing if you don't have scissors, which you should have anyway. But it
Right.
just comes multiple uses for having a knife,
Yeah.
and knowing the differences between the two, and then expanding that into hunting. Again, being able to have those tools on you that you can use in any situation. And then you go to cutting other cutting implements too, having an axe, having machete, having other tools as well that are cutting tools, and using the right tool for the right job is like always important. So,
Right.
I'm definitely a knife lover. So, and I kind of have like an EDC rotation. I keep certain things depending on what I'm wearing
Right.
that day, what I'm going to be doing. So, I think it's important for us to have because you never know. You
Yeah.
never know what you may run into.
But
Yeah. That's
we are
true.
we are safe to show our knives.
Yeah. Okay. So like for me, I just have these are the five that I normally have in my rotation. These are the five. These are flips,
Mhm.
pocket knives that I carry. I'm big into Civivi. They're a company of offshoot of We. I have a couple of theirs as well, but
Mm-hmm.
they're low cost and high quality. So this is like one of my EDCs. This is like every day opening up packages. So this is always on me every day. This is another one that I wear like for in the office. It has a clip point blade, so a little more
Mm-hmm.
precision type work. So I like to have that on me. This is like another one of my favorites with the Micarta. So drop point, like a bigger belly for like slicing. So you can use this like cooking and stuff like that. And you have different, jimping on the top. So you get a little bit more control on it when you're doing like small tasks and stuff like that. And then this is more like, I guess, one you would use for hunting with like that curved blade that has, you
Mm-hmm.
use that for, you know, using the animals and cutting down with that recurved blade. That's kind of real handy, and I really love the way that feels in my hand as well. And then this is like my EMT everyday carry. This is always on me or in my car, always, because it has the Tonto blade, which is a good point on it for strength that way. It has a serrated edge, so you can cut things a little bit easier, like seatbelts, but it also has a seatbelt cutter. And then it has on the other end a glass
Glass
breaker.
break.
So I
Mm-hmm.
always, and this is the CRKT. You said CRKT, that's another one that I love as well. So those are some of my folding blades. And then, of course, I usually carry two or three fixed blades. I think I heard you say something about the cold steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like cold steel. This is one of the newer ones that I got, like their Bowie type knife.
Oh yeah.
Man, that
Because
joker right there look good.
Yeah.
it's really good. Keeps a sharp edge. Has a choil right there, so you can do a little bit more precision. If you had to do some other tasks, it's really nimble. You can do a lot of things. I'm into, of course, martial arts, so I like things that I can slice and do a lot of other different things with too as well. So it comes in handy and handles real well. And then I have like a
Mm-hmm.
throwaway knife. So if I'm camping, if I just want to beat up a knife, this is another Tonto
Mm.
with a breaker as well. So just having those things available to do whatever the task is, I think it's really important that people, see that there's
Right.
so much out there. And again, with the hunting, and survival out in the field. You have that expertise that, I think we really need to, get up on. So,
And that's good to know, on them glass breakers, because certain people have to know. Make sure you before you try glass breaking, take some views and check out YouTube and see, how to break.
how to
You know,
do it properly,
yeah,
yeah, and everything, yeah,
cutting open your
that's
hand.
safety and is always important. But, you know,
Yeah, so that's pretty good there. Carbon Q,
Yep.
what
Everybody.
knives you have?
Oh wow.
she's gonna go get a case, big old roll out there.
I have a bunch of different tactical ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm a little bit underneath the weather, but
oh, okay.
No, sorry to hear that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hope you feel better.
Thank
Yes,
you.
indeed.
So most everything that I normally get is usually tactical because it just has multi purposes for it. But you should have a variety like black pointers. Poindexter just said, you can use them for different reasons. Also carrying them. Um, depending on you, depending on the size of your hand, what are you using it for? Like Deermeat will probably be using it for cleaning the animals or chopping them up for, it depends. But I'm trying not to laugh so I don't start coughing. But
That's a nice
B and
one.
J.
yeah, those are nice. I guess. Hang on a second. Let me go get one. Real quick.
Jeremy,
Okay.
do you have a rule of thumb as to cost and things of that nature, or how do you usually pick your knives?
Um, I guess with a knife because it's such an important tool besides your firearm. If you're gonna spend money on a good one. Make sure it's a full tang. The handle is pretty good that it can withstand whatever you're gonna put it through. It's not gonna fall apart easily. Something that's thick enough that if you have to resharpen it, the blade won't break or bend. So if you're gonna buy a knife and you want it to last you for a long time, make sure you get something that's good quality. So when you ask me what I'm willing to spend, it depends on the quality of the knife. I'd rather spend now and not worry about it later.
That's
But
good.
I have
Right.
one good knife that will last me through everything. So just
And
give
then,
me.
of course, the state laws vary. Like I know in California, you can't carry certain lengths of knives and type of
Right.
knives. So you have to always, again, check your state laws, your local municipal laws,
Mhm.
and, make sure you're not, doing something that can get you caught up. So,
True.
Exactly. I think somebody asked about axes. Same thing with the axe. They come in a variety of sizes depending on the job that you need it for, how you're going to carry it. You can have a large axe, but does it make sense to have that attached to your bug out bag or your knapsack, whatever you're choosing to carry with? Sometimes you might want to go with something that's a little bit smaller. Some of them are good for chopping. You can get smaller ones that are good for making your kindling, shaving things down, making other forms of defense tools. It all depends. You really have to sit down with your tools and decide what you're going to use it for.
Right.
Do your homework on it before you buy it and the maker, you know, and then proceed from there. But
Mm,
all good things.
So
yeah.
what I was getting from that when he said an axe, I I thought he was I assumed that he was talking about a hatchet.
Yeah,
Or
right,
what what I call it. I call it a
not a
hatchet.
full length axe, but
right,
Not a full length.
There
right.
you go.
Yeah, a
Right there.
hatchet.
yeah.
They have like,
Or they
mhm.
call something else too, but I don't know the name of it. What they call them? The little short ones. Tomahawk.
Tomahawks, yeah.
Tomahawk. Yeah,
The
but we.
tomahawks, the
Or
blades.
battle axe, they have battle axes, tomahawks, all types of
Hatchets.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
hatchets,
we
yeah.
call them here. Hatchet.
you have splitting axes. You have
Throwing axes,
pulling
yeah.
axes. You have so many different axes. You have the axe with the hammer on the other end. I think Dan just said there's the axe with the knife at the bottom of it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you have to decide what works for you, what you're willing to work with. You know.
And then take it out and use it, like you said, Carson. I mean, just the other day, I was, practicing some of my, fire starting tools. So taking this out and seeing how this works as opposed to something else longer, how can I get in there and to make those little small cuts and using the jimping on the back to just kind of get control of that knife edge. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to get out and practice just doing some of that stuff. When you're sitting around, get a piece of wood and see how it cuts, how that edge holds, and how it looks after you get to it. And then, like you said, knowing and keeping it sharp. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dull knife is definitely no good.
Heck, I mean, knives to me kind of sort of are like firearms. You still
Hmm.
have to get familiar with them. Like you
Right.
can buy a knife, but
Yeah,
not be familiar with it and cut yourself.
yeah. I've
Exactly.
done
Uh,
it. I've done it. I got a new knife one time and wasn't used to the closing mechanism, and it was
Mhm.
like, I'm like all of a sudden I'm looking at my finger and okay, that's not good. So
You
you definitely have to
you
do
know,
some.
Yeah.
especially if they have a closing mechanism, you definitely have to like keep working it until it becomes like clockwork. It's
Exactly.
mm-hmm.
smooth transition
Exactly.
from closing to opening. Same thing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's true.
Same thing with the machete. Like I don't think you would want a coal miner's axe out out in the street. You have to really sit down and figure out your landscape, where you live, and what you want to use it for.
Oh yeah.
Go
Oh,
along those around. Same thing with the machete. They come in all
I
different
want.
sizes.
I
So
want to say the biggest thing about knives to me, in general sense, with me cleaning animals and stuff with them, but the biggest thing is like knife length. Like you want to familiarize yourself with the length of the knife because that's the biggest way to cut yourself. If you used to using a shorter knife,
mhm.
then you get a long knife. You will, if you got your hand in the wrong place, you will slice that joker.
Yeah.
hmm
You know,
you will.
and it's fairly easy to do.
And if you're a small person with a long machete or knife or anything like that, and you're running and do it, then you're gonna and you trip and fall.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
problem. A lot. You got to take a lot of time and figure out what works for you.
True.
If
Right.
it's your equipment, make sure it's something that you can deal with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so
So
true.
Also, make sure you have something to sharpen it with. After a while,
that's
it's
key.
gonna get dull. You need to know how to take care of it, sharpen it up, put it back. I don't know if you have a leather casing. Sometimes you have to oil that down, keep it supple, or the tactical ones. Yeah, repairing those out in the field so you don't lose it.
Yeah.
It's the last thing you want to do is spend money on something expensive and then lose it out in the field. So yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you have a seat that holds it really well.
As far
Right.
as being out in the field, deer meat, is there? I know a lot of people say it's better to have a fixed blade as opposed to a folding knife. Do you hold to that tenet, or how do you feel about that?
I think.
Um, it really to me, I pretty much I carry a folding knife a lot because it's easier to put it somewhere. If
Mhm.
with me hunting and stuff, I want to be as light as possible. Most of
Mm,
your fixed blades got a little health to them.
yes,
So,
sir.
if you got a smaller knife, you could just throw it in your pocket. If you fall out the climbing stand, you got a harness, but you still got to try to get back up. Or if it drop you so low to the ground, you can reach up and cut it. You know, I mean, that's why I said it's something that I carry, like right here when I go hunting. I got another knife that I usually keep in my box. I mean, in my what it's called in my bib in the front pocket. But this is
Okay.
what I keep clipped on to the top of it. It's
So,
uh it's a little short, you know, it
mhm.
it's small, but it does what I need it to
That's
do.
good.
Cutaway.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, because like I climb up in the stand, I use a paracord to pull my rifle up. So if I need
Mhm.
to cut it a certain length, then that's what I use. I use this for because it's right there. It's convenient.
There
Yeah.
you go. Did you say fall out of the stand?
Hmm.
Did you say if you fall out of the stand?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a harness on.
It kind of
Um,
catches you. Okay.
yeah, it kind of catches you. They got different kind of stands. Like you got your lean-to ladder stand.
How
Then you
far?
got an actual climbing stand. So
How,
All right.
climbing stand, there's no actual height that you could. There's no limit to it unless the tree got a lot of branches. I
Okay.
have been up at high as 25 foot,
Hmm.
in the climbing stand. And then one thing about those is you need
Yeah.
something to actually, like I said, a paracord. You tie your bottom stand to
Hmm.
the top stand,
Got
which is your foot ladder.
you. Yeah.
What you stick in the tree to go up. If that fall off while you up there, I don't know how you gonna get down. You just gonna be sitting up there. And hope somebody can come around there and get your bottom plate back up to you, because that's what controls everything when you're in a climbing stand.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, you just like I said, you get you a good knife, keep you some paracord or something with you. You can do a lot of tying off if you need be. That's pretty much how I do it. Like I say I don't know. I'm just a lot of people hunt a lot of different ways, but that's how I do it. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I got a few different knives that I carry. Like Black Poindexter said, I got a knife. It's a CRKT. I use it to. It's got a window break on it as well, and it's spring loaded,
Nice.
and it's actually got a blade. Oh, let me see right here. It's got a blade on the edge, on the tip of the knife too.
Hmm.
Um, it's more of a razor type knife.
Yeah, I like that.
Like I said, I do a lot of cutting at work, and these knives work real well for like cutting insulation and stuff like that. Most knives, if you can't get the actual tip to it, that's why I got this knife with the blade at the front of it, so
Hmm.
I can actually
Mm,
push it up against something if I needed to cut, and it's in a tight spot.
there you go. I like that one. What brand is that? That's a CRKT?
Yes, sir. It's new. It just came out. I don't even. It's called a Razor GT.
Hmm.
Nice.
Hmm.
Something there. So Slickback asking you right here.
He said a karambit.
Hmm.
Yeah, they some good knives. They some good fighting knives.
Yeah, they
If
need for fighting definitely since martial arts we train with karambits, a lot of different knives. I
they
like
are
the more
some,
slicing type techniques, but karambits come in handy if you study Kali, Eskrima, or you can really do a lot of damage. It's basically an extension of your hand, but coming forward, back, boom, hitting, you can
Hmm.
do a lot of damage, and those are they're good to have, in that tight situation, trying to get people off of you. So definitely love those. And
they're
again, you have to train with them, get one that fits your hand, get one, you like the balance. So, I mean, there's just so much you can do. That's one of my favorite things about knives is slicing. I like slicing and stabbing and doing the martial arts with it. So,
Now,
uh,
Poindexter, I got a question. When you're doing the martial arts with the knife, is it when you go out to strike, do you cut, or when you're coming back?
it depends. Like, let me show you. Hold on. These are my Kali training sticks. The
Uh-huh.
knives are just an extension of your hand. So they always start you out with non-sharp objects. So usually it's like with your hands. If you're going to hit somebody, you're boom, 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 boom. So you have like a flow that you get into in Kali and the Eskrima. So it
Okay.
can be striking forward, back, coming, slicing arms, and usually when you're fighting, you're bringing the other arm back into chamber. You're boom, 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 checking, boom, boom, grabbing, stabbing. So it can go any way you want to do it. So
Hmm.
it depends on the person, the situation. If you have multiple attackers, you're coming across, boom, boom, blocking, slicing, but you never have both your hands out at the same time. So it varies. Kali and the Eskrima
man.
is a lot of boom, boom, coming back, coming through stab, boom, 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 and you're bringing stuff around. So it
Hey,
depends on the situation.
Oh, he tough.
I love
He
these at
Hmm.
the start.
he
yeah.
moving so fast. You bad.
So
Yeah.
you start with these. No, you start with these. You go to these, and then you get with the bladed, and you learn how to do, different strikes and stuff like that. Katana swords are good, but it's all extension of your hand. Anything you can do with your hands,
Hmm.
you do with the knife. So that 1, 2, that's a slice. You're coming across, boom, boom, catching, boom, slicing, coming across, stabbing. So it just depends on the practitioner. But I love knives, but we usually start with these, so you're not hurting anybody. You learn the basics, 1, 2, 1, 2. You learn how to flip. When you get to the larger ones, you learn how to do different things. So it just depends on
Oh,
what you're
wow.
doing. And it's all also motion. Knowing how to move your body and your feet and putting you in a better position to strike and avoid. So it's fun. It's just fun. So.
Black Poindexter.
Exactly where you want to cut or hit that person on
And
the
you
body.
usually want to go vital. You don't want to be out here all day, 5 minutes doing all this stuff. If you're really at it, you're trying to go here. You're trying to hit arteries. You're trying to hit, that femoral. You coming here. You're trying to do major strikes
Mm-hmm.
in the fight. You don't want to be doing it. Get out there doing all this fancy stuff. It's like what, and go. Get up, get the person off of you, and get
Mm-hmm.
the heck out of there. So.
Black Poindexter. I need you to video yourself and send it to me, but slow it way down so I can learn it. Like I want to learn it.
It's fun. It was funny because when I first got into martial arts, especially Kali Eskrima, I had a sensei or Sifu who came and they have you do the sticks and he's going down the line. And I always liked sticks growing up. So he goes by, you're doing movement number one. And so he goes by me and then comes back. He goes, do that again? And it's like, it makes like a certain sound. He goes, that's your weapon. And I was like, yeah. So it was I always just like sticks. So.
Woo. Yeah.
Sticks and knives, yeah. So, hope I answered the question. I kind of go off.
I'm gonna go out there and cut me some little limbs about that long.
That's all. And it's just an extension of your hand. You could do this. You can strike somebody here and then there. Or you come here. That's gonna do some damage. So you bam, bam, bam. If you're in the boxing, boom, boom, boom. You hit somebody with that, boom in the throat. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna do some damage. So it's just an extension of your hand. And using whatever you have, you pick something up, whatever it is, you hit somebody with it, in those certain points, they're going to feel it, and we want to get them off you.
When I do it, don't look nothing like that. It's like
it's just practice. It's just getting used to your movement and your body. Everybody looks different. I mean, when I remember the first day I went into class in Kobo Jitsu, and they had Sifu there. And I had taken multiple martial arts by then. So I go in, I'm like, where's the Sifu? So I'm like, that's the guy right there. I'm like, you don't look like nothing. It was like probably around 5'5", real wide, brother. And I'm like, you don't look like nothing. So I guess he saw the look on my face. And I should have known. I already had been in it for a long time. So attack me. So I'm like, what? He goes, attack me. So I'll come, next thing I know, I'm flying through the air. Flying through the air. I land, I'm like, what the heck? He goes, attack me again. Bam! I'm flying the other way. So he humbled me. So that's the one thing you learn. You can never judge anybody.
mm-hmm.
By how and he just moved so smooth. It was just like I never saw his feet move. I just felt a little tap on my back, and I'm flying through the air. So he taught me a lot again to reemphasize being humble and training and never judge anybody by how they look. So
yeah,
that's good to know. That is real good to know. Good. Okay, I see you talking about she's gonna break out of nunchucks. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna show y'all the knives that I use for skinning. If y'all want to see them, y'all just let me know. These my prized possessions out of all the stuff. The guns don't mean nothing. The bullet, this right here is my favorite part. Yeah, because I love processing my own meat.
Let's see it.
All right. This my knife that I start. No, I'm gonna use what I start with. So this is what I start with. This is what I ring around the ankles with. I cut my initial line, down both each legs to make the V, to flap it over by the tail. Okay. Then I use this to cut the cape in the front. You see, it's got that hook right there. Yeah. It's kind of like a seatbelt cutter.
Yeah.
But it's the pull down on the high. It's got a T handle on it to make it a little easier for you. And I have two of these. This is my whole process. When I'm pulling down the hide, I use a fillet knife. This is a I think an 8-inch fillet knife, and they give me a long stroke, to get the meat off of it faster, the hide off of it faster. And I actually use this to the same knife to like when I'm quartering up my deer and stuff like that. And then the big knife, I use it to actually go through the sternum part of it, like the rib cage, because once you get there, you have to. Well, Carbon Q was talking about you got the bone, the wishbone to hold it open. I'm trying not to say too much. I don't want to get,
It's
you know.
okay. I try not to go off.
Make sure she got a bark bag.
Man.
There we
I'm
go.
listening. I swear I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, but that my main knife that I use is this fillet knife. This one of my number one knives. Could stay sharp longer than most of the other knives. So what I have learned over time is that little knife sharpener that I showed earlier. This it works well for certain knives. Not all knives can be sharpened by this. Like
Yeah.
not all knives can be sharpened by this. This is another knife that I use like when I clean around the neck.
Okay.
This knife right here with the onion blade is easy for it to rock. So it's a Ken onion blade, and it's made to rock the knife.
She's
So
a big belly,
yeah, this knife right here itself doesn't sharpen well with that sharpener.
yeah.
This knife right here sharpen real well with a stone. This is a stone type knife because the blade is very, very hard. So it do stay long, it stays sharp a long time. But when it get dull, you can't just slide it through a ceramic knife sharpener. It
Gotcha.
ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to use a stone or a belt sharpener.
Is that
If
because the type of steel that it's made of?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I don't sharpen any of mine because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up my blades. So I usually take them in, but I would love to get to feel confident sharpening my own blades.
So what you can do is you can get that belt. They got a belt sharpener. You can buy it off of Amazon,
hmm
and it actually has the correct angle once you lay
Okay.
it in the sharpener. So it's
Okay.
got a piece that you can lay it in there, and it put your knife at the perfect angle to sharpen it to keep you from messing it up.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
A stone sharpener, it takes time to learn how to sharpen with a stone.
Oh yeah.
Because it took me, man, it took me a while to learn. My dad is like he best I ever seen using a stone sharpener.
Yeah.
When the first time I used one, I didn't even know you had to put a little oil on it. I just went to try to sharpen, and then I messed up some knives. Like I killed some knives, couldn't even bring them back. Like it
Oh,
messed them up bad. So, I mean, like I said, you can get a belt. A belt sharpener is a real good sharpener, sharpening tool. If you, I mean,
Yeah.
anybody pretty much can use it. Yeah, like I said, it's got it where you can lay the knife in there at the
Mhm.
at the direct angle to get a good sharpen on it. Because I think it's like 45 degrees or something like that,
Now,
somewhere in
Jimmy,
there.
I got a question for you. Now, is there a certain specific stone that the people need to know? There's a grade of stone that they need to start off with.
Uh, the stone, man, I can't even think of the name of the freaking stone I got. It's a little square stone,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got two sides to it.
Gotcha.
So you got the rough side, which is you're gonna really put your edge on there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got the ceramic side, which is gonna refine the edge on it. So it's
Right.
just gonna get it to exactly where you want. It's gonna polish it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think, man, me and my dad bought a stone together. I think I paid like $50 for it.
Mm, that's pretty
maybe
good.
like when we have that get together, if you're able to come out, you can
Hmm.
kind of give us some basics on knife sharpening because I'd love to be able to, get some at least basic skills to know how to do that because you never know, when you may have to use that. And plus, you save us a little money and I have to take it in and get them sharpened. So I would love to learn how to do that efficiently.
That is true. That is true. I'd like to take this time out to shout out to Delray Dan, Hot Tub Tony, $2
What up,
Love
Delray?
Nation, Old Soul
Huckleberry
Lifestyle,
Bug. What's up?
QB,
Tank the
Brother said
Realist.
shade the beard.
yeah, Devil
Nine Five
Roll,
Family. Billy, what's up?
yeah, Coy, Charles Henry,
Corey
House
up
of
in here.
Siege, and anybody else that I missed, TK,
What's up,
everybody out
Ken?
there.
Erica,
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all coming in, Eric.
E,
Definitely appreciate you
My
guys
Five
coming in.
Family,
my blood family.
yep,
Old Scout.
Little Gage,
Old Soul Life Freestyle.
yeah,
What's doing? How you doing?
Quintavious, Also Life.
QB.
yeah,
Um,
Tackleberry Bug, Saint the Realist. So yeah,
Hot Tub Tony.
that is some good information to know because, like I said, I've seen a lot of stones when you go into Cabela's or somewhere like Academy, and they have so many, but you don't know what stone to get.
Yeah, that's
You don't
my
know the grade of steel or what your knife is.
Right, right. I imagine it is probably a different because most the stones that I use,
Hmm.
it's mostly I only use it on like a harder steel knife. Like
Okay.
it's most of the knives it's got a real thick back on it.
Hmm.
Usually don't sharpen well with
Yeah.
that little thin sharpener, and I use those like pretty much on heavier like this Ken Onion blade. I use that knife on there a lot. I got another little Buckmaster knife that I got from Walmart because I left and went out of town to go hunting
Hmm.
and didn't have a skinning knife, and I bought this.
Hmm.
It sharpened well with that little piece, but it's not. It's you can tell it's not the same grade of material.
Yeah, because you said the onion blade. It's kind of remind me of the barber's razor, huh?
Yeah,
You can
that's
Yeah,
more
use
like
it's thick.
a
okay.
flat grind blade right there.
Yeah.
So
You can use a leather strap to sharpen that if
Yeah,
you want to.
yeah. It's. I like that knife. It's probably one of my favorite knives. Like that one and that big knife. Like I like this because it's big. I be like, yeah, they want at deer camp. They be like, hey, you got a knife? Yeah, I got one. This first one, I go grab the big knife.
Derry Dan, you sharpen your knives? You sharpen yours yourself?
Yeah, let me know because I need
Yeah.
to know too.
hmm
Yeah.
Cold steel is what preferred. What he
I
said.
like a lot of cold steel. I started getting into them just a little bit ago, but I like a lot of the stuff that they put out there. So they just
Yeah.
had a new one at SHOT Show that looks really nice. I can't remember the name of it, but I think I'll definitely be buying more cold steel knives for sure.
Yeah, I was a rep that we had one time, and he was in service with me, and he was a representative, and he was selling those cold steels,
Yeah.
and they make everything from self defense to kitchenware. You name
Mm-hmm.
hmm
I like this one because it's a single piece of metal. That's one piece
it.
of metal all the way through that they put on there. So it's really nice, really good balance. Has the choil on there and good maneuverability. So I love this one. So they have a lot of different knives that they're coming out with. They're really, really good. And they give you a good scabbard, decent scabbard. So and you can put this on your belt and it'll hang low. So if you're entering vehicles, it's low enough to where it's not going to get in the way of you getting in and out of your vehicle. Whereas it's high up on and rigid on your belt. So I really
That's
like
how
that one.
this one is made like that. It's kind of
Yeah,
thick scabbard.
Yeah.
yeah. That's what a bench made.
I like Benchmade too. Benchmade. I think they have a couple
Benchmade
in.
makes some good knives.
They have a couple good ones in Shot Show. They were really nice as well. So Benchmade costs a little more though, so you're gonna pay a premium
Yeah,
for most of
Yeah,
theirs,
you are,
but
but it's a
it's
quality.
worth it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, it's
worth
a
it though.
quality knife.
But you know what? I tell a lot of people, you want to find some good quality knife that won't break your wallet. Go to Ace Hardware, mom and pop stores. You know what I'm saying? Like Rural King or wherever you see a hardware with wheelbarrow and chicken feed outside, they
Yep.
will have these. People overlook these. They'll go get ammunition and overlook these.
Yeah, they have some
I'm
good
real.
knives in there.
Yeah.
hmm
Even
I'm
your
more of a pocket
Army
knife kind of
surplus
guy.
stores too.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Our local Army surplus store has a lot of good deals on knives. So I'm
Ooh.
looking at the prices, so
Check
you
it
can
out.
look around.
Ooh, wee. That's
This is
my
one.
gun
What's
right
that,
there,
Carter?
big.
This is the one I would carry on my vest. It has a attachment to it. So it has serrated edges
Nice.
on this end. It's pretty curved here, and it's pretty sharp
Like
on
a
this
little drop
end.
point on there.
It has a good weight to it, and being that my wrists are smaller, it's just an easier hold and use for me. So I
Wow,
like
that's
it.
nice.
Tackleberry
They got
Bud,
a
what's up,
false
brother?
edge.
What's up, y'all? I got my Norby going on right now. How y'all doing? How you doing?
Norman's good.
BB, what's
Everything.
going on, Uncle Ben? Tell them to stop calling you MHP. Your name is Uncle Ben Rice.
We out here
Uncle
with our
Ben, man.
knives. You ready for
I
that
see
hair?
y'all. I'm looking for my knife. I can't even find my good knife. I just had my knife. There it is. Here go my knife since y'all popping off. I got a bad knife. Look. Hold on. Gerber. Double edge.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is my EDC dagger, y'all, for real. This is my
There you
EDC.
go.
It's
Daggers are always
lightweight.
good.
It's balanced. And you can throw it well. And like he said, one motion of the hand.
Yeah.
Use
You
it.
can do it,
Heck
stab,
yeah.
bam, bam, come back.
Get,
Yeah.
get it off you. Use one to block, one to stab.
Yeah.
How
There
y'all
you go.
doing today?
Doing good, brother. How you
Doing
doing?
all right.
Man,
Doing
I'm
all
doing
right.
all right, man. I'm doing all right, bro.
$2.
It's not a bug wig. That is all me, buddy. That is me. No hair pieces today, not yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, y'all give us some good knowledge. Deermeat, man, I didn't know you was that smart.
Oh man.
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 PB, man, you just shocked me, man. Like, say you can't judge a book by its cover, boy. Y'all some knowledgeable people, man. Y'all keep
I
doing
want
it.
to be always low key for me.
Yeah, man. Always low key. I make people think I'm a damn fool. They don't know I'm a genius.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I betray the fool well, but I'm a genius.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
But
good.
y'all keep it up, man. I just want to drop through and show some love,
Oh,
man.
man.
You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
Appreciate it,
always,
brother.
always,
We
bro.
appreciate
I
you.
will
Always,
tap
man.
you. And Deer Meat, man, like we coming to hunt with you, dude. We coming to
Hey,
hunt with
We
you.
gotta get out there.
hey, all y'all more than welcome to come.
Gotta
Yeah.
do
All
it.
y'all want to pick a day, y'all come. I got enough stands. I got probably about 13 stands on the property.
As long as I'm not 25 feet up, I'm good. I don't want to be way
Now
up
I
there.
got some that's about 15.
All right, I could do
Why
50.
you don't want to go high? You scared of heights, man?
I jumped out of helicopters and planes, and I'm scared of heights like crazy, man.
I
I
got
can
you.
do it, but I don't like it at all. It's like,
Hey,
I
I,
climb a
would,
tree before I get to ride a horse. I'll tell you that.
I used to be scared of heights until one time we went hog hunting on feet because you know when you take a lot of city people that think they know something about hunting and they really don't know nothing about hunting. And we were all on four-wheelers and we was on the back of my buddy truck.
hmm.
And they said, let's get out the truck, man. Let's go shoot the hog. I shot the hog. It was a pack of them, probably like 20 of them. I had a 44 and an SKS, and I had the 10-round cup on the SKS. Now, that's when I learned the anatomy of a hog. The hog have a breastplate that can be about that thick at an angle. So therefore, if you shoot it directly, it really will ricochet or it'll just embed. I'm talking about you can shoot them with 308s and it'll just embed in the breastplate. So the hog was charging me. It had to be probably like 300 pounds.
Wow.
I'm boom, 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 boom. SK. Trying to let out the bayonet, didn't have time. The hogs was coming up on me. Dropped the SK. Start running. Pull out my 44 man Ruger Black Hawk, Red Hawk. Had a Red Hawk. Boom, 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 boom. Shot. Nothing. Dropped it. Ran up a tree. And I learned, like I said, the anatomy of a hog. When that one hog, it was probably like 10 hogs chasing me. I'm trying to get up this tree. As they hitting the bottom of the bark, their tusk was so sharp that it was knocking pieces of the tree off. Knocking it out, knocking it out, knocking it out. And I was like, man, hold up. So I'm studying trying to get up the tree, so I'm sliding down. They laughing. I'm like, man, shoot these hogs, man. These things finna kill me. If this thing cut me, it's gonna cut me. So y'all could have seen I'm sliding down the tree, it looked like a cartoon. And so they start shooting the hogs, and then the hogs start running. But it was a pack of probably like 60 to like 100 hogs, man. And they was in a pack. And I learned that they did that a 17 H&R take out a hog with a precision shot, but that's in the head. But that's a precision shot. But if you, man.
So you're saying it's not fun when the hogs are hunting you?
Yeah, man, I'm serious. I learned the hog. I have the SKS now. I never hunt with that gun again. It's like a reminder that don't take nature for granted. Don't take nature for granted, man. Don't take it for granted.
That's real.
But I like ceramic knives. Now I've been getting into those ceramic knives, man. They nice.
Why do you like those? Just the weight, or why do you like those?
I like the balance. I like the balance and the sharpness, man. They shock you with the
retain an
sharpness.
edge. Yeah.
Yeah, the edge.
Just like lava, if you have lava stone, that stuff can get the sharpest. Obsidian is the sharpest edge instrument you can get, sharper than any steel. So yeah, a
Charles
lot of people
Henry.
don't know that.
How much are out of state license in Mississippi? Oh, so okay. With that, look, you don't have to worry about that if you come and hunt on my property. It's my property.
Property.
So you don't have, like in Mississippi, if you got property, you don't have to have your license if you're hunting on your own property.
Okay.
Just like it's a muzzle loading season. You can, if you own your own property, don't matter. You go to state property or government land, then it's a problem. So I can invite you to hunt on my property. Majority of the time in Mississippi, you really don't have a problem with game wardens and stuff like that unless the landowner calls you. Or if you shooting off the side of the road or something, because they be riding up and down the road, but they ain't gonna just come on your property unless somebody call them.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably got about 400 acres. Like I got 200 where we hunt on all the time. 30, 40, 50 acres here and there. So I got plenty of property. That's the little 200 itself we can hunt on it. It ain't gonna be a problem.
Deermeat.
What's going on, Tactical Skillionaire?
What's going on, baby?
What's going on?
How mom's doing?
Man, she doing good. I just got off the phone with a dude. I just got back from the boot. So yeah, she doing good. They transferred her to a rehab hospital, and then with me getting on the nerves, and I'm really hard. So she making great progress.
You only got one, brother.
Yeah, I know. I got one, man. That's look. I'm serious. I got into one of my coworkers had sent me a fly text. I'm addressed it when I go back to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm address it. And, I learned I got a union job, so as long as I don't punch nobody out, I got a job.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna address them when we get back to work because that's the only time I'm seeing them. I never catch them in the street. But I'm gonna address them. But man, that's my mama. My mama, my kids, bro. Man, I was poor. I grew up poor. Got a bag, lost it, got a bag again. So I know how to get money. Like I said, I got $1 million brain. I got $1 billion brain, $1 million mouthpiece. I get some money. And I'm not trying to work for nobody anyway. That's why I position myself to where I can go to work when I want to now. I go to work to buy a gun because I know when I go to work, that's $2-3 grand for that week. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's to buy a gun. So it's all about positioning yourself and investing in yourself and making great investments and great decisions so you can be financially secure. Because you're not free unless you're financially free. You're free when you do what you want to do when you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's freedom to me. And that's what I'm trying to secure, freedom. Freedom for me and my people, my circle.
I'm glad she's feeling better though.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, because it turned from a fall, y'all. Let me show y'all something about the healthcare system. How do a fall turn into kidney failure?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that makes no sense.
I can go into it. I've worked healthcare for 40 years. A lot of it's due to maybe negligence. They weren't hydrating her properly.
Yeah,
and that's it. And now look, if the kidney is going bad, why would you give
inputs, outputs? You should know, all that. That should be monitored. Doctors should be up on it.
Oh.
So there's a lot of negligence, especially when it comes to people of color. We're paying the same prices, but we don't get the same service. And that's one of my big pet peeves is seeing that, a lot of people say American healthcare system. We're not even in the top 40 as far as best healthcare systems in the world. We pay a lot. We pay more than anybody else, but we don't get those results. So I always tell everybody, if you have any family member in the hospital, you need to be an advocate for them. Have somebody sitting in that room at all times. Because what happens is if there's nobody in that room and they have a huge patient load, patients get skipped over because they have so many patients and only very limited time. So what I tell people to do, have somebody there with a pencil and a paper, and every time somebody comes in the room, just act like you're right. You don't even have to know what you're doing. Just act like you're writing something down, and I guarantee you will get 100% better health care. Because they think somebody's watching and annotating, so they're not going to skip medications, they're not going to cut corners, they're going to be in there making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. So you need to have someone there to be an advocate. Just act like they're right. And if they know what's going on, then yeah, start asking questions and names and stuff like that. Just have somebody there because our healthcare system is really bad. You have to be an advocate for your family members. So that's my one big pet peeve. So
And I learned one thing else about this this healthcare system, you guys. When you're a person, and this can go for anybody, and I tell people all the time now, everybody still be stuck on this race and the color thing, but now it's a class. It's becoming a class. It's about class now. The have and
if you
have
have
not.
money, you get good care. If you don't,
And
you
if you
have poor.
don't, and if
I
you
had
don't,
nurses tell me, "Oh, there's a VIP in bed, yada yada yada. We need to go make sure." And I literally told her, "Everybody in here is a VIP. Everybody in here is somebody's grandmother, mother, father, sister, brother, sister. So he's not going to get any better care than my patient in whatever other bed. So you can miss me with that VIP. But like you said, class and money, that is a big issue in our healthcare system, and we have to address that. But the best way to do that is having someone there to be an advocate for your, family member or yourself. Get somebody in that room, have somebody watching, making sure if you're supposed to get medications at a certain time, they showed up and actually gave those medications at that time. Otherwise,
they won't
kind of slip through the cracks, and it happens I've seen it too many times. It happens too many times.
and yep, and see, like with her situation is, when I was down there, I just went down. When I went down there before I went down there last night, yesterday, today or rather, or whatever. They knew not to give her. It was some blood thinner that they was giving to start with the F, and they supposed to give her Bumax or something like that. And the woman kept saying the other medicine. I was like, well, that's the medicine that shut the kidneys down. Then I look at the dietary sheet. First they had on a cardio diet to where she can't have sweets, and next thing you know, she got Sprite and Diet Coke. And I had to tell the lady, I was like, hey, the dietitian, I said, say, sweetie, she can't have this. And I went to the nurse station, and that's Louisiana, so they don't understand ignorance. So you have to just turn it on just for a split second, enough not to go to jail. Like, hey, man, y'all get this to my mama, something out to my mama. Y'all know what it is. And then, just ask them, hey, don't get this to her, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. And the way it's set up down there, y'all, people going in with the common cold and dying of cold.
Yeah. The hospital is the worst place to be if you're sick. Nosocomial infections. You have a higher chance of getting other infections outside of whatever you went in there with in the hospital. And so the best thing to do is get in and out of there as quickly as possible, because it's not a good place to be.
And I told Deermeat this. I was talking to Deermeat earlier this morning about this. I said, when I went, like my sinuses, I have bad sinuses, but my sinuses hadn't been bothering me until I've been going to the hospital. And I told him, I said, man, I took this medicine and I went to the hospital. It's like my sinuses just been going crazy. So I've been trying to stay from up there, but I have to go up there because I'm the one I'm diligent, you know what I'm saying? I pay attention to everything. I ask questions, and my other brothers, they just be, but I go up in there and be like, hey, what's this? Why you getting this? Why you doing that? And since I've been doing that, her health has been, like, I've been going down there 2-3 times a week, and I stay in Dallas. That's like a 3-4 hour drive. And I'm back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I'm going to do what I got to do, because you only get one mama, man.
I'm in
the same situation. My mom is already in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm here in Detroit. So, I gotta call and check up on her. Cause my sister and my brother's kind of has a mental disorder, and then my sister really don't. Her and my sister get into it every so often, so they don't talk. So I gotta kind of stay up on her and make sure she's doing good.
Right.
It's kind of hard when you are in a whole couple states.
Yeah. And see, I'm blessed that I'm right next door. So because I'm right next door, and if I was in another state, I'd probably just, you know what I'm saying, I tell my people, hey, look, I'm finna go down here with my mama until she gets back. Right. Once she shows back, then I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. I seen Tramika, man. Tramika mama died. Tramika mama was dying from cancer. And her job fired her. Now she had PTO and everything. Her job fired her because she was the only one there to be there. And I used to sit at the hospital with her mama. I stayed in the hospital a whole month, every day for a month. We was having shifts. She'd get off work, I go take my shower, give me some rest, come back. She'll go on, take a shower, and we was rotating. You know what I'm saying, for her mom before mom passed. And when I seen that, I seen how these companies treated her, and I'm looking like, damn, you're an asset to these people. And I
Yeah.
think that was the day. That was the day that it triggered in my mind. F a job. You know what I'm saying? I don't care because I know how to get it. I know how to get it regardless. So, man, the stuff that happened with her mama, that's why I'm an advocate. Anybody, if you got people, like he said, if you got people in the hospital, nursing homes, show your presence. Let them people feel that if they messed up, it's gonna be consequences. It's gonna be consequences. Because I believe in dialogue first. Dialogue, you know what I'm saying? When dialogue don't work, it's action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be action, guaranteed. And if it's something I strongly believe in, I'm gonna die for that action. You hear me? So, man, beat up for your people, because at that time, that's when they go back. You know, we got life stages. You start off as an infant, you become adult, and you go back to an infant. When you're in the hospital and somebody taking care of you, you at your infancy stage. I don't care how old you are. You know what I'm saying? You at the infancy stage because you got to depend on somebody to feed you, do whatever. Man, look after those people, man. You know what I'm saying? Look after them people, because one day you live long enough, you're gonna be in this. You're gonna be in this situation. You're gonna be in
That's
this
part of our
situation.
survival.
You
That's
live
part
long
of
enough,
survival. That's
right?
important. Best thing to do is try to avoid that system. Improve our diets, improve our level of health. They treat our healthcare system is not set up. It's practicing curative medicine. Curative medicine is always worse than preventative medicine, but it doesn't make money. So that's why they keep pushing this curative medicine. They get you in there and keep you in a constant state of dis-ease, well enough to get you out, check you out, and then come back again in 2 or 3 months when your insurance kicks back in or your healthcare kicks back in. So you see the same patients over and over and over again. And that's
Right.
not good for our survival. We have to take control. Look at some of these natural things we've been doing for eons. Take control of our health, eat better, exercise, understand that that system is made to make money. And
Oh,
we're just grist for the mill when we get involved in that healthcare system. Some things are good and helpful, but
I like
overall, we have to take control of that and understand this keeps us in a disadvantage for the most part, unless you have,
the
that
money,
that money.
and you buy the best money, buy the best healthcare. But
Yeah,
what people don't realize is, like you said, is there's no more care and help. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
not
Healthcare,
care.
there's no more care. The care is gone, and people are always depending on medications. Like it's old remedies, bro. I used to suffer from migraines, and I read this old book. Y'all remember this book, man? It used to be the Book of Home Remedies.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You can't find that book nowhere now. It's hard to find that book anywhere, and it's a lot of home remedies. It's a lot of roots. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like, what is, I think it's called duckwood, duck something. I took this stuff to detox my body. Man, I'm talking about it cleans me out. It cleans me out of the mucus and stuff like that. Like this type of platform is what you need. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
These
Mm-hmm.
this the type of platforms that you need
Medical plant.
to educate the people, because I don't take medicines no more. Me and Deermeat talk about this all the time. I don't take medicine. Being to tell you, I don't take medicine. Period. And I don't take medicines at all, because most medicines are synthetic. Anything synthetic is not good for the body, because the body really can't dispose of it.
Yeah.
It can't break it down. So
And then
anything
when it
synthetic,
is natural, what they do, they go in there, they reformulate a drug by changing a couple compounds or additives in there and jack the price up to 5 times the price. And it's the exact same medication that just went off patent, so,
Yeah.
but they got to find a way to keep that price high. It's about making money. A lot of these are natural medications that they've been out there for years. They found, different parts of the world, and they have to find a way to keep them profitable, keep that price per pill, price per dose high. So we have to, again, understand what the game is and try to not be unwilling participants if we don't have to. Take control of ourselves and our diet and especially like with our kids. We can't have our kids out here, eating all this junk and then expect they're going to grow up and be, healthy as we were when they're sitting in front of a computer 24/7. They never go outside. They're vitamin D deficient. Most kids right nowadays are vitamin D deficient because they never get out in the sun. And that's a problem. That causes other healthcare issues. This is part of our survival. We have to understand the big picture. All this goes together. So whether it's the weapons, the knives, outdoors, all this goes together. it's part of the big picture. We have to increase our scope of understanding and realize that we have to take control of all these things in order to be successful, in order to survive and thrive. So yeah, it's important, man. We have to understand where we are and then find a way to get to where we want to go. And it starts with us, every one of us, sharing our information and knowledge. And brothers and sisters coming in here every week and sharing what they have, their experiences. It helps us to get to the point where we need to be. So I love it.
Right.
Gardening. That's a good question.
Before we get onto that, detox your body. A lot of people hate or find it a problem going to the bathroom. That's part of the beginning of disease, any type of disease. You got to clean your gut out. You have to clean everything out. So,
Move.
mm,
Green tea.
yeah,
Yep. Y'all eat greens. Eat
and
collard greens.
clean it
Yeah,
out.
this year I went no red meat, and since January 1st, no red meat. I'm not going to do. That's out of my diet. So fish and the occasional chicken. So and that goes a lot to help your gut health. Like Arvin is saying, your digestive health, everything
Everything's
interfaces with
stored
that.
with your
Your
core.
stomach, your
Yeah,
stomach is like a second brain.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the system. If you keep that clean, it'll help keep everything else running clean. If you have an extended stomach, 9 times out of 10, you need to clean that out. Clean that whole, I forgot what you call it, unbelievable. Your intestines.
Your
Yeah.
digestive
Got
system.
your track.
Clean it all
What
out.
can you use to do a quick? Because I work all the time, so it's like I'm always at work. As y'all know, I'm always at work. So it's like
Mhm.
my
That's the
wife,
problem.
she at work and she don't really cook during the week. So it's like I'm always junking throughout the week.
what
Yeah.
I
So
do,
that's what
I make smoothies. I'll make some fruit smoothies. You can have
fruit smoothies.
spinach in there, other stuff. Smoothies you can make really quickly. You have a couple of those small handheld mixers that you can do. You put them up in a container, put you some fruit, some vegetables in there. You can get in there, and maybe if you need a little protein, you can do some protein powder. Put that in there, mix that up, and you're good to go. And
Okay.
it's not heavy in your stomach. You could drink, those maybe once, twice, 3 times a day, and depending on what you're trying to do, mix the ingredients. Apples,
Chlorophyll.
bananas. Yeah. So
Yeah, because I got a Ninja blender. I ain't
yeah.
pulled it out since I moved into my house because I need to pull it out
Yeah.
and start eating some fruit and some ice.
I,
So all right, I'll
yeah, I
start doing
bought.
that doing that to work.
I bought a
Yeah.
I
couple of those
meal prep.
handheld mixers, and they come with a little container. You cut your stuff up
Yeah.
in there. If you want
Yes.
to, use almond milk or something like that to mix it with a little ice in there, boom, boom, and that's
Somebody
quick,
told me to
quick
try
mix.
almond milk too, because I might
Almond
like.
milk's better than soy. You don't
Okay,
want to.
I'm gonna tell you another one. A lot of people sleep on too. Oatmeal.
Yeah, oat milk is
Oh
good
yeah,
too.
oatmeal, yeah.
Oat
And
milk
them
is really good
raisins.
too. And
And
you
them
can use it.
raisins, that high fiber from the raisins make you
Yeah,
make you pass. Make you pass,
exactly.
man.
And like
you
our
said
great
oatmeal. I
grandmother,
can
my
eat
grandma
oatmeal.
Sally used
So
to do those
oatmeal.
prunes. Eat a prune every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it approved. Like
Okay.
you know what's so crazy?
I don't even see that on the market no more.
Poindexter figs.
Yeah,
Cause
figs are good. I
we
love
eat raw
figs.
figs like they grow in my old neighborhood in Louisiana. I
It's
can
good
still
for
go
you.
right now to my old church and they growing on the side of my church. But figs, and I
Figs are
got
great.
I get Mika to buy me some, and she was just like, "You like these?" And I was like, "Man, you eat these figs, man. Figs, and for some reason, it's figs, pears, and them raisins.
Yeah.
Figs,
And keep
pear,
your
and raisins,
regular.
man, it'll flush me out, bro. Like it'll flush you out, and you can tell if you're getting sick by your poop. People don't like to
Yeah.
look in the toilet. Look in the toilet and see what's coming at you. You
Yeah.
see what's
Oh
going
Diagnose your
in,
yeah,
and
boo
look
boo.
what's coming
Yeah.
at
that's
you,
the
and
truth.
it'll give you a
That's
sign,
the
bro.
truth.
I'm telling you,
That's for real.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. It's
It's
funny, but
true.
it's serious, bro.
It's
It
Yeah.
true.
I eat a lot of greens when I feel like I need to go. I just eat a lot
And
of
them
greens.
greens will flush you out, man. Collard
I,
greens.
That
collard green,
chlorophyll,
mustard
boy.
green, mustard green
Especially
turn
the
up.
juice. You drink a couple of that collard green juice. Yeah, they'll
Mm-hmm.
flush you
What
out.
about
I
what about peanuts and raisins? Almost like a mixture.
Now eating peanuts and stuff will stop you up.
Yo,
Oh,
Yeah.
peanut,
Yeah,
okay.
you
everything
gotta be
peanut.
That's
careful.
why they call it trail mix. They don't want you on the side of the trail.
For real.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
It's called
Okay,
trail.
so
You can keep
I
walking
got
on
a
the trail.
fruit smoothie with some almond milk and some oatmeal to start off with.
Boom.
Okay, cool.
And say, I'm gonna say this to you. A lot of people don't really know this, man. The FDA is not your friend. And don't drink cow milk. Cow milk wasn't made for a human. They allow so much pus and mucus to go into this milk. I haven't drunk milk in 2 years now, dude. And normally I'd be sick as a dog this time of year. My 6 cycles have been broken, and I haven't really been eating the pork. I was talking to Deermeat before we got on. I was like, how long? It's been like a year and something since I ate a pork chop. Like, it's certain foods I've been dialing back on. And like the milk really, the milk and the dairy products. I'm still a sucker for some cheese. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a work in progress. But the ice cream and all the yogurt, well, not the yogurts, but like the ice cream and the cakes and all that, and the Snickers ice cream bars and all that stuff I used to be a sucker to, and just cereal. Man, I haven't ate cereal, like I said, 2 years, man. It's been 2 years since I drank some milk. And I haven't been as sick as I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be really like all this, like I'm already, my eyes tight, but they're black.
Cow's milk was made for a baby calf. You know, it's made for a calf. You're a calf. It's to fatten up a calf into adulthood. It's not meant for humans to drink. You know, there's other milks that you can have from nuts or rices or different things. Depends if you have a nut allergy, you have to be careful using almond milk or any of those other things. So you really have to take your time and do your homework with it. Water is a great cleansing product. A lot of us, it's so easy to drink, but we find it so hard to drink because, of course, eating every 5 minutes, but water is your number one thing to go to cleanse your body. There's
ultimate solvent.
herbs that you can take. Like this is stinging nettle. I don't know if you can see it, but this is just one herb, and it does UTI, bladder infection. It targets cancer cells, flushes out inflammation, toxins. It nourishes the blood, protects the body, balances the female cycle. People going through menopause, cleans the lungs, kidneys, liver, restore organs, helps with digestion, high in protein, chlorophyll. Also fermented builds testosterone, vigor, vitality, sex, drive, libido, all of that. And that's just one.
Hey, I need some of that.
One herb.
Just
Hey, could you please?
called sting.
What is that?
Could you DM me that carbon Q?
Yeah, me
Could
too.
you DM me that?
Yeah, I need that too.
And it's by a sister. It's called Upful Blends.
Helpful blend.
UPFULBLENDS.com.
Okay.
Her name is Chantel. She's on Instagram. If I'll put it in, I'll look it up in a few minutes. That's just one thing for her. It's another thing called Blue Vervine, which is one herb, but it does so much for your body. And then you drink it like a tea. You just you get a little tea strainer. You just, put it on in the hot water. You let it sit, or you can get some mason jars and make a whole bunch, and you drink it. This one you take at nighttime though, because this one will make you sick. I'm sorry, I got the blurry thing. I don't know what's going on with that thing, but this is for the nervous system, reduces depression, stress, eliminates pain, lower inflammation, protects the immune system, circulates blood, hydrates the body, cardiovascular health, brain function, digestion, allergies, learning disabilities, and so much just in a natural product. Now you might not like the taste, but the benefits is what's best for you. It's just
I am all wrong. I'm drinking cow milk. Boy, I need to.
And of course, depending on your medical history, if you're taking other medications,
gallon of milk in a blink of an eye.
you want to make sure that you consult. And a lot of these sites, like Carbon's mentioning, they'll ask you, are you taking this, that, and the other, because they may be contraindicated. So they'll ask you some questions on your medical history. If you're taking a lot of these over-the-counter or prescription drugs, you want to balance those out. So
I'm gonna try
somebody asked about a detox. A detox. This is a 14-day detox. This is it's a parasite cleanse, and this is another one for tummy detox.
And tell them why
and it's
they need a parasite cleanse, because people don't know.
They don't know.
FDA has a certain level of parasites that are allowed in our food.
Yes, sir.
So you may be ingesting, some stuff.
If you're eating red meat.
That's why I gave up. I'm like, it's time to give up the ghost on that red meat. So.
And being that they have these.
That's Lolo. Y'all keep seeing walking in the background.
What's up, $2?
What was that?
$2.
She laughing. There she goes. Look, she walking again.
Detox. That's a 14-day detox.
Yeah.
You can't expect to eat the same type of food for years, and then just one day take something, and because you went to the bathroom day, that's it. You really got to.
They got a place you can go They got a little table that you sit on, and they flush you out too.
Yeah.
The colonic.
I've been there.
Those are
I ain't like it, but it was good for me.
it's good. It'll help you get all of that stuff out of your intestines. Your intestines is almost like the length of your however tall you are. So can you imagine it all folded up into your stomach, and now that food has to travel through all that passage just to get out. And some people don't even go to the bathroom every day.
Daily.
Some
You're
people
right.
go
It's
every
amazing. I don't know how many people have seen an autopsy. I've seen many and many autopsies. When you cut somebody open, first of all, the funk that comes out for something that's been closed for 40 something years, and you just see, like Carbon says, all the stuff that's been in there is never coming out, that those meat byproducts and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's
So you got
crazy.
to
You look at the
clean
color
up
of
the
someone's
shit.
intestine, it's supposed to be a certain color, and it's totally not that color because they have all that garbage that's in their system that's never been cleansed. You
Well,
know,
if I was to
from
die today,
unhealthy
that's
eating.
what
So it's
I'd
real.
be honest. Not where
Yeah. Growing up, our
I feel
grandmother
so bad. I feel so terrible. Listen to these.
my grandmother would give us all senna every Saturday morning, but we never got sick. We never got ear infections. We never got the flu. We were
Yeah.
always very strong kids. Went to school up on smooth
Yeah.
move.
Smooth
Some
We
move.
people,
always got Father
Smooth
John
move.
and cod liver oil. Father John is cod liver
yes,
oil and
cod
another
liver
Yeah.
oil.
oil.
Castor
Father
Mixed
oil.
John.
together. Castor
Father
oil.
John
Yeah, they
fixed
had
me.
those two
Look,
mixed up together. And we were,
cod liver
oh,
oil and
Father
castor oil.
John.
If you can't get your
Disgusting.
greens and your vegetables,
Mhm.
it's another
Disgusting.
item.
But they
Chlorophyll.
work.
Yeah.
Well,
They
yeah.
work. Think about that. Growing up, man, as a kid, my grandma used to give me that stuff. The cod
Yep.
liver,
Cod liver and castor oil. Ugh.
you go I chew, and then there's some cod liver oil. And
Yeah.
Yep.
then
Mhm.
to make you go down good, she'll mix it with some orange juice, and you'll see it sitting on top of the orange juice, and she'll make you drink that whole glass. It made it worse than you just taking a spoon. But I guarantee you, whatever was in you was coming at you within
Yeah.
48 hours.
One way or
That
the
thing
other.
was gone, I
One way or
bet.
the other, right? And when it come out, it came out. You feel so good. You
Yeah.
You
feel
really
so
got
good. I
sick.
remember this.
Yep. That's how we grew up out here.
Yep.
My grandma thought Father John for everything. You
Father
cough,
John.
Father John.
I can still see the
You
brown
hurt your
bottle
leg.
and
I fell out the porch, skipped my knee one time. They give him some Father John.
Father
I
John.
said, what?
we actually hid it up. We hid the Father John up in the attic one time because my father was like, I know I just bought some Father John. Where is that? It's probably still in the attic of that house. And he was trying to
that's
I
Wait,
got
the
dang
stop.
problem.
Father John.
666.
Hey, look. I would rather get a whooping. Father John, some cod liver oil, castor oil.
Yeah.
Whoop me.
Yeah.
That's over.
What
The
about that?
cod liver oil stay in your mouth all day.
Ugh.
Like,
Come on,
They
bro.
had something called 666 cold remedy.
666. I remember that.
Knock
Yep.
the devil out of you, bro.
But it was good for you. I
look at her
mean,
face. She remembers she had a flashback. Look,
it was nasty. Yep.
Hey,
oh, she had a flashback.
Yep.
She had
Yes.
a
smoking
flashback. She's like,
magnesium.
Used to
Yeah.
Yeah,
wake up
I ain't
Saturday
never had to take that stuff.
smelling the leaves cooking, and I was like, just
Maalox.
why?
My family talk about I take a teaspoon of honey every day. That's how I start my
yeah,
day.
really. And they help my
Teaspoon of honey.
sinuses. They help my sinuses. Teaspoon when I go to
That's good.
wake up, a teaspoon when I go to
Especially if
bed.
you drink honey that's from your area, that's made from your area, whereas
Did y'all
Organic.
see
naturally
the did y'all
Organic.
see
helps you out.
the apple
Good
cider
quality.
vinegar with the cinnamon and honey and lemon all
That'll
mixed
cleanse
together
you.
already?
That'll clear
Yeah.
up that phlegm. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got it all in one bottle now.
I don't
I've
look.
been taking it
I
because I've
like
been
I
on
like the convenience of everything together, but it's certain things you just need to put it together yourself.
Yeah.
Because you know the portion that you get, because they'll say when they have this in it, and they probably have a milliliter, just a dab of
Tiny
what you
amount. Yeah.
need. When you can take that same stuff, you can go get ginger, raw ginger, turmeric, and some black pepper and some apple cider vinegar and lemon, boil it and make your own tea at home
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and
You
drink
could,
it.
ta- you,
You
could
know,
ta- you could taste all the stuff in it though.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's, I've been taking it because I'm just finishing up with this COVID junk, man. We went to that cheer competition last week in Chattanooga.
Mhm.
Whole
Got
family
sick of the
came
dog.
back with it, bro.
Hey,
Just, I mean, and I'm glad mine was like the mild version because all I had was like I had like a slight fever, but I had them body aches and that coughing, bro. And
Mhm.
I still got the aches. Like this morning, it woke me up about 4 o'clock, man. My ankles felt like somebody hit me with a bat in the ankles, and I was like, damn. I said, what? I'm just laying down. So I had to roll over and grab me some of them Tylenol arthritis to get right, because I mean it took a couple hours for that shit to stop hurting.
So $2. You sure that was
You're right.
COVID?
Colonoscopy. You gotta get that done. Yeah.
You sure that was the COVID, or you sure you went out there stripping so hard on them knees trying to do something you had been doing? I'm just asking, man.
Yeah.
I had to make you laugh, man, because you look like you had it all. You look like you had one of them nights last night, so I had to go make you laugh, man. But I noticed when COVID did first come out, y'all, the difference between the COVID and the cold was that COVID. When I caught that COVID, my body from head to my feet ate. I mean, you couldn't touch me; it hurt so bad. But I was taking all this over the counter stuff. My sister made me a tea. She an herbalist, man. She believe in all this help, and I used to disregard it, but now I'm getting into it. Man, she made me this stuff, man, and it made it come up out both ends. I was throwing up green from the top and the bottom. Like I'm pooping and throwing up at the same time. It was disgusting. But after day three, it was a lot of green phlegm, like slime, like it was disgusting. But after day 3, I started feeling better. I started drinking orange juice. I started standing in the sun, and that what made me feel real good. I went and sat outside in the sun for about an hour because it was like the darker you are, the longer you need to stay in the sun. So I stayed in the sun and just sat in the sun, man, and it just felt good. It felt good.
Because I'll be outside all the time since I do the load them cars and all that stuff and drive that truck. So, like you said, just being outside, but it's
you feel good.
Yeah, because if I be in the house, it's like, man, this junk is like it's hurting. It's like the longer I stay sitting, it hurt. But if I get up and move, go up and down the driveway and do all that, I'm good. But it's like if you just sitting, it's just, and that's the wife. She talking about, no, you can't go to work Monday. I'm like, bro, I've been off for a week. I got to do something. I mean, I can't just stay in the house and be, so I'm gonna be to myself. I'm gonna load my cars and get in my truck and go where I gotta go. But because I should be clear now and just wear my mask and stuff. And I got the 2 shots. I still got to get the booster and stuff. But it is what it is because the whole family had the jump.
Yeah.
Well, who could say you look like Todd Bridges? But
a lot of them. Don't cut me up in the chat. I can't see the chat, man. Don't cut me up in the chat. I can't fight back.
I can't not see it now. All I see is Todd Bridges up in
here. Saint, get my get back, Saint. I can't see him right now, buddy. Get my get back for me, bro. I got
you. Oh man, this has been a good one, man.
But we as a people, this is what we need to do, man. Like these just conversations that people don't be wanting to have. Like you got to have these conversations.
Yeah, facts, 100%.
You got to have them, bro.
Yeah, and bro, I want to tell y'all too is a few of y'all in here that ordered from me too. Hey, bro, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for the love and the support. But if I don't know if anybody here ordered last week, but I'm waiting till like Monday or Tuesday before I start touching stuff again and putting it back together because I just want to make sure I'm clear. But I appreciate the love and support, bro.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to order something from you, $2. I'm gonna hook up some deer with it.
Oh yeah,
man, I'm gonna do the meetup, right?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
You gonna be at the meetup?
Yeah. Okay. I'll be at the meetup. I don't know if I'm gonna bring something, but I'm gonna be there.
Okay, yeah, bring some merch.
But I try to do something. Yeah, but Deermeat shit. Ask Devereaux about it. Devereaux didn't put some on the back strap a couple of times.
I just used mine this morning when I was making my breakfast. I use it all the time, so I gotta re-up, get some more. So definitely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out.
I love one. I put it on everything.
Yeah.
You put it on everything? Is that good?
Mm-hmm. The no salt one. I love it. I put it on everything.
Yeah, it's that Louisiana flavor, bud. Because I'm from.
See, everybody don't got that flavor, man. A lot of people from Louisiana be trying to create it, and they be faking it, and you get there and you be pissed off, like.
Yeah. I got it all together, and mine is not, like the Tony Shasters and the Slap Your Mama when you first taste it.
Yeah,
it tastes just the salt. Mine is more flavor and less salt, and it's low sodium because I got that high blood pressure. So you're able to appreciate the taste more.
That flavor.
And then I got it mild, and then I got it spicy, and then I got a no salt. And if you need some more spice on your next order, just some more heat, just let me know, and I'll hook it up. And
Customize.
Man, look, when you're ready to ship out, when you're ready to ship out, just let me know what you got, and I got you. Everything you got, I want one of everything just to try it out, because like that girl be cooking, you know what I'm saying? She be cooking good, and then I've been advocating for me some Section 8 housing chicks, so I'm gonna have to take them and introduce it to them so they can learn how to make their noodles taste better.
All they got to do is put it in there. You're gonna feel like you just at home, bro, for sure. I got the little website up. It's www.delcourseflavor.com.
Spell that.
Wait, whoa, hold up, man! You're moving fast.
Right, www.
You spell that www.
DM it to me. DM it to me. DM it to me.
I'm about to put it up here. Say what? Call what?
Delcours. That's DALCOURS. Flavor FLAVA.com.
Okay, cool. Grab.
Now the prices.
Delcourseflavor.com.
Yeah, FLAVA.com. So now it's the prices in there. It includes shipping, but if you want to get like, I think I got the VIP pack where if you want to get everything, for one pack, it'll all come to you like that.
Yeah.
So
that's how I want it. You just ship everything together for me. You do got the pack.
Is this right here?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
All right, I'm definitely gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah, and then if like you say, if you want to order like just the mild stuff or whatever, y'all hit me on IG, Instagram, you know what I'm saying, something Facebook, whatever y'all got. Hit me on there that way I could try to save you some money, because the way the website is set, it'll charge you shipping for each product. But if you hit me and let me know what you want, and I put it together and then I shoot it to you like that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so we're trying to work on getting it to where it consolidate the prices and stuff and all that, and stop all that extra charging.
Right.
Yeah, but it's all, like I said, it's all low sodium, bro. So it's and then I got the one with the no salt too. So it's some good stuff, man. Been doing it for over 20 years. So, but I just started selling it like about a little, almost 3 years now. Almost 3 years.
Oh, okay. That is good.
Sure.
What's good, y'all? What's good, man? Would have been jumped in here, been traveling and stuff out with the family right now. I'm just taking advantage of me being inside the house. But Guns and Hooker, I bet you smoking a cig right now. I know you smoking on this cig right now. Shut up, homie.
Yeah, he's good.
How y'all doing?
Man, we're doing good.
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Just enjoying ourselves. About to wrap it up.
Yeah, tired of the game.
Man, it was nice, man. I got to ready to get back on this road.
All right, be safe.
$2, I got you. I'm gonna hit you on. Like I said, I just want you to get way up first, man, because I don't want you to give me your sneezy Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, I don't want to pass that junk on.
I want flavor. I don't want nothing else here. Look, skinny down.
Look at him. Slimy over there.
Barbecue. One extra, man.
Peace, brother. Be good.
Easy on that road.
All right,
Uncle Ben Rice.
All right now, y'all.
Yeah.
Do not call him MX. His new name is Uncle Ben. Because look at him.
Uncle
And
Ben
tell him to
Rice.
give you a deal on it. He got that discount code. But wait, before I go, I got to say this. Uncle Ben, what your wife tell you, what your wife say about you fooling with Angel Mama and Mrs. Butterworth? I just need to know. Bye, y'all.
Man.
I'd like to thank everybody here today on Survival Saturday. Once again, we did it again. Everybody. Deermeat, Barbecue, Poindexter, Tactical Skillionaire, $2, Saint the Realist, and everybody in the chat verse with us.
Yes, House of
Yeah.
C, Charles
I
Henry.
hope you
Got
feel better,
Jared.
Carbon Q.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you
very
guys
much.
for all coming through.
Make
We
sure.
appreciate each and every one of you
Everybody
guys.
check me out tomorrow night. Me and Del Ray. We will be doing
Oh, yeah.
Bulletproof Sunday. So check us out.
We'll be there.
Okay.
We'll
All
be
right.
there.
All
Like I
right.
said,
All
we're
right,
gonna check
y'all.
that out. Check that out. And Carbon Q, get yourself back to healthy.
Definitely. Yeah, get well, Carmen.
Like
You do
Carbon Q
well. You
told me,
do
get
well.
yourself together, Carbon Q. Get yourself together.
All right. I'm trying. All right, everybody.
All right,
Thank
fam.
Appreciate
All
you
right
as
now.
usual, bro.
Deermeat, thank you,
Push you
brother.
again,
Appreciate
push
Out
you.
of here.
Gotta have you back.
Glad
We
be-
gotta get out there, get some hunting
All right.
done.
Okay. We'll do. We'll
Peace,
do.
brother.
All right now. Y'all take it easy.
All right. Peace.